Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to another video. This is 65 Lokes for Scale Riders. This video here is we're back in the series of Lowrider Bicycle Magazine doing the coverage. Here we are with this special issue, which is the December 95. This was an issue that I picked up back as a kid. One of the ones that just like blew my mind, lots of memories. This was $3.95 at the time. As we see here, it has the beautiful cover with Gangster Madness. They were showcasing wild bikes on the classic tour in Kansas City, Miami, Oakland. There's a Maui show with text showing the bending of the forks, and also we get into it with the local models there. This is first time people are viewing the replica of Loco 64 around the US and wherever else this magazine reached. We also get into the snip, cut, lift, chop, plastic model madness. So let's go right ahead and open this up here. Table of contents, bicycle features, the model features here. Here we are, the Graveyard Lift, Armando's local tribute, a moment with monogram, the seeds of success, frankly outrageous, Lone Star style. Check that out right there. The details on that Impala. Right over on this side, we have the technical side of things, the departments. Just look at that hood right there. Just a hint, that's a model car from Mr. Seeds. And here we are with Gangster Madness that's on the cover. So let's flip the page here. We have the letter from the editor here. This is Nathan Trujillo. Shout outs to him. I'll go a little slow so if you guys want to read this later. Tells you some history there. And at the same time, they were very grateful enough to hook everybody up with some little miniature size license plates that you could cut out of the magazine and attached to your model cars. Right over here we have the staff. Shout out to all of them as well for holding it down. Awesome team. It's a very special issue right here. Like in previous videos, I wish they still existed, but all things must come to an end. Things change, but it's all good because at least we still have these memories here. Bikes like Elvis and Don. Crazy. All right, let's flip through. So here we have we start off, obviously the first half is dedicated to the Lowrider Bicycle Magazine. Lots of really cool, beautiful bikes. This is like, you start off with the model cars, you move on to the bikes, and then that's like your stepping stone into the real cars. So there's a lot of, hand-in-hand relation between the bikes and the model cars. Man, look at that. I wish we could still buy this, because I know I would to this day. So I remember I had a couple friends that had these bikes. You see, you can order all the parts. You might want to call that number there, see if it works. Oh, it's a little bike. Cool. So yeah, this is like most of the shows. They did a lot of coverage. They went to a lot of areas around the US. And this is that tech for people that were, trying to bend those forks, get the bike even lower than what it was made to be. Ooh, check that out right there. Some old school airbrushing right there. Looks so cool. Man, that looks awesome. Nice concept with the gold and the purple. Maui connection. Everybody's very proud and happy with their bikes. And here we have the Gangster Madness. Renee right there. And the bike that just set it off right here with the cover. With the reds. And the poster is still attached to the book. Never took it out. From this magazine here. The one I had before, I mean, obviously it must have my mom must have tossed it or something. But later, this is one I ended up buying online. But this issue I did have as a kid. That's some nice pinstripe work right there. And we begin with the model car stuff. So check it out. Corner store, model show, a friendly neighborhood competition is just what these boys and girls needed. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom in. So here we have it. You might see some familiar faces here. Let's go right on this side here. All right, here we go. I don't know if you guys might recognize any of these people here. Pretty cool picture. This one too with all the cars. It looks like there's some hopping action going on right there by seeing all those cables. This was looks here Santa Ana, California. So you guys can read that article. Let's flip on over to the next page. It's a cool layout. Here we have the graveyard lift, showcasing the installation in the back for the hydraulics. Looks like some servos there. This is from looks like Bobby Brown, president of Buff Fantasy MCC. It's like a little coffin right there too. Glass house. So you got that steering wheel. I always love when they spoil us with these color pages. Oh, here we go. The little setup there for the hydros. It's a nice model. This is 1995 right here, people. Pretty cool. See, this is stuff I would see as a kid and just be blown away. Like, you know, how they do this stuff. Wanting to build something at this level, but having no idea or clue whatsoever. Over here we get into Armando Flores. Here we have, this is the premiere of Local 64 on the magazine. Let's get into it right there with the details, the interior, the engine. And this was a car at its time. It was Lowrider of the Year. Very famous car. I believe based out of Salinas, California. And these are other cars that Armando built. You know, he was into different genres, not just the Lowriders, but he built different things. Here we have one of his hoppers. He showed me a video one time of this hopper. Showed some sparks out of it. Really cool. He still has it. Keep telling him you need to bring that thing back. Here we have some more shots here. Really cool cars. And I remember looking at this mag and just being like, man, look at these. They look so real. I thought they were like real cars. And this is a really cool layout too. Really nice. I believe this was the second time he was featured in the magazine. And a moment with Monogram. Here we go. They did a little Q&A right there. I'll go a little slow so you guys could read that. And over on this side, we get to meet Gary Seeds, a master craftsman who won't settle for less. The Seeds. Just love the way that roof looks. Everything, the interior, very eye-catching. Check that out right there. Timeless. Very, very modern. I wish I could see this car in person now. Oof. The back issues. Man, if only we could get more of these. And here we have Frankie. I know Frank, most of you guys might still see some of his work. He on Instagram he goes by Boulevard Resin. So he's a master at creating resin body parts. And here he was featured in the magazine as well with some of his builds, the Cadillac, the Lexus, and the Chevy. I have seen this in person. Thing is so beautiful. Shout outs to Frankie. And he's been a guest on the podcast as well. You guys might want to check out that episode there. Oof, right here. Here we have it. So this is, the story with me behind this is a page I had cut out. I had it up on my wall. And this is just something I would always just stare at. I would just be looking at the engine, like all these parts, wanting to know where can I buy them? How can I make that? The swivel seats. I had no idea about scratch building, how to cut doors open, how to do interiors, paint jobs, nothing, no clue. But I would always stare at this. I mean, I love the 101 scale Local 64. I had that in the Lowrider magazine, but when I saw it as a model car, I was just blown away. And then I would always see the name here, Armando Flores, owner, and I would just be like wondering like who is that? And it's just so crazy how in the future, you come back to this hobby and then next thing you know, it's like you end up meeting your heroes and, just over time building a relationship with him, you get to know him and at the same time, he becomes like your mentor, teacher, and it's just so wild, and it's a lot of the things he's taught me to where I'm at now with model cars and then leading into other things, opening up my mind to get other, not just into models, but also into the paint world as well. And at the same time, it's quite a surprise that he gave me like not that long ago. He was like, I got something for you. And I'm like, okay, what is it? I was kind of tripping out. And then check this out, guys. How crazy is this? This is the Local 64 that's on this magazine. He gave me this. And it was crazy. I mean, I was just like shocked, I was like, what? Are you serious? Like, nah, dude. Like, I don't know. But he was just like, no, here, it's yours. And I mean, it's just a trip to have this. Later, I'll do another video just showing this more. And luckily, I have this really cool case that I got at a show that I put the car in. And I mean, it's going to be in here preserved. It's a lot of responsibility to have a historic piece in the model world here at home in my possession. And I mean, I'm still like every time I stare at this car, it's just so wild and crazy, that it's here, and here it is in the magazine as well. So these are things that I will definitely take care of forever. And if Armando one day was like, yo, you need to give that back to me, hey dude, I'll give it back to you, don't trip, it's all good. But man, thank you again for that. In the future, I'll do a more detailed video on that. And it's so crazy that I have that here. So going back to the magazine, let's flip through. We're getting through the final pages. Here we have Lone Star Style. Check this out right here. This is all the way from Texas. Brian Wilbanks. See, he even has a little license plate right there. That's pretty cool. He has it all locked up. And over here we see some of his other cars. Beautiful work. Some customs. Truck. Impala. In here we have some promotion, 13 annual edition. The model shot is like a little booklet selling you supplies. That's pretty cool that they did that back then. Here we have some products. So dope. The artwork, people that were mailing their artwork in. That's kind of crazy. On a unicycle. The videos, the VHSs, the CDs, the snapshots, photos that people would submit. Big Kids Enterprises, down to the comic books. I don't even know what this story is about, but it's Merry Christmas at the end. And here we have it. So thank you guys for watching this. This is the Lowrider Bicycle Magazine, November, December issue. Stay tuned for more. Peace.